All right, guys, welcome back to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews. Today we're talking about a watch from a manufacturer I've never owned that's been around for quite a while. This company started almost 18 years ago. This is the Bertucci A-1S, and it's looking like it's a pretty good contender for one of the top budget field watches out there. So stay tuned, we're going to talk about this in detail. Starting with the dial, you have a typical numerical dial with a smaller inset 24-hour dial with the word Bertucci spelled out, along with stainless steel and the 100-meter water resist. Both the hour and minute hand, along with the second hand, are illuminated. There are illuminated indices at each hour marker as well. One of the things that I like about this dial is it's so easy to read. I think Bertucci nailed it with a quintessential field watch dial. One of the only issues I have is that the second hand does not always line up with the second indices, and that typically starts to happen after the 6 o'clock position. One of the things that I really like about this watch is that Bertucci decided to do a screw down crown, number one. Number two, they put it at the 4 o'clock position so it's not digging into your wrist. I think this gives me more trust that the watch is waterproof, even though it says 100 meters water resist, that when you have that screw down crown, you have that extra bit of confidence that you're not going to flood the watch with water. There's nothing too exciting here with the crystal. It's just standard hardened mineral glass. I don't even see any evidence of AR coating. Again, a cost-saving measure here. It's not the end of the world, and it gets the job done. All right, getting into this case, we're coming in at 36 millimeter diameter, 44.8 millimeter lug to lug, a 12.2 millimeter case thickness, and we've got the odd lug width of 19 millimeters on these fixed lugs. You got 100 meters water resist and a stainless steel screw down case back. You also have a raised edge around the crystal to give it some added protection. I think that's a great idea, and one of the things that Bertucci did really well when designing a field watch and giving it a screw down crown and giving it this raised edge to protect the crystal. All right, moving on to the case back, we've got a screw down polished stainless steel case back with a lot of information. They call out the battery model 626, so you know what battery to get to replace it. Solid stainless steel, 100 meter water resist, and then it says 422. I'm assuming that's the type of stainless, but I cannot confirm that. I think they did a pretty good job with this case back, given that this is a budget watch that only cost around 80-90 bucks. All right, moving on to the provided NATO strap, you've got a 2-ply box stitch nylon strap with solid keepers. One is signed Bertucci. This strap is very excellent quality. I'm not a big NATO strap fan, and I wound up cutting about a little more than ½ an inch off, so I didn't have to fold it back under. That being said, you will not need to entertain another strap once you buy this, because you do have the odd strap size of 19 millimeters. And these are fixed lugs, so you cannot remove them, and you're not going to be able to put on a leather band or any other bracelet if you decide to. You are stuck with a NATO strap, unfortunately. All right, guys, in conclusion, I think Bertucci did a great job in making a budget field watch that doesn't feel cheap. It feels like a quality item. Feels like I'm wearing a Hamilton khaki. I would recommend it. I would put it up there with my top 3 field watches. I think the Citizen beats it out, but the Citizen's also a little more expensive. I think the second-hand alignment kind of knocks this watch down a few points, but the fact that you can get it for $80 to $90 It's why I'm still going to highly recommend it. If you own one, leave your opinion about it in the comments below. And as always, I appreciate you tuning in to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews.